Hello everyone, Cindy Philippi here. And I started a new ad campaign last night for my Facebook fan page. So I thought I would have you walk through with me what I do to manage that likes ad. So here's my fan page. I actually even went and updated my banner last night, gave it a fresh look. So I wanted to do that along with my new likes ad campaign. And so now I need to check on how my ads are doing. So go to Ads Manager. There's two different ways of getting there. You can go here through the caret, I call it a little caret, and manage ads. Or if you're on your home page, you should have an ads manager over here. And I know sometimes with different pages for different people, it shows up in different places. But that's the two places that I grab it from. And so, okay, here's my ads manager, and I've got a couple things going on here, but this is the one we're concentrating on. This is a likes campaign for another fan page that I had going for quite a while. And I'm getting really good ad results. Actually, it's closer to like 22 cents per like, and that's with tweaking it and niche marketing that one. But this is the one we're going to concentrate on. And I was just looking at it and before I started this video, and I just shut this off because I have two different ad sets. I set up two different ad sets because I wanted to test something. Uh, but this one's $1.16 per like, and this one's, it says it's at 61. It's actually better than that, and I'll show you what I mean by that. So this one was my what I call my Lala, my lookalike audience, plus I added Network Marketing Pro to it. I wanted to see if Network Marketing Pro as an interest worked better by itself or with my lookalike audience. Because sometimes I can get some really good results with my lookalike audience, but again, it's something you have to test out. And obviously, this combo wasn't working very well when it was costing me almost double uh, per like for that. So as soon as I saw that, I shut that off this morning. So let's go into the one that looks like it's working much better uh, and open that up because inside here, I've got 5 different images and I've labeled them so I knew which one it was because it initially when you do that it just says image 1, image 2, image 3. So I always go in and rename it. If you don't know how to do that, you just click the checkbox and go up here to name, and then it gives you a box, and I changed image 1 to woman eyeglass so I knew which picture it was. Okay, so it looks like this one, woman thinking, is the one that's getting all the hits, and actually the click-through rate is really, really good. So I must have hit on something here, and the other ones uh, aren't doing real well, but it's early. I just started this last night. I had $5 a day on both of them, so it is kind of early to make a judgment call, but that other one being double the price, I figured that's just not going anywhere. So what I'm going to do, one thing I'm going to do is instead of having two ad sets for $5 each, I'm going to go ahead and up this to $10 a day for today. That's what I like about this per day uh, budget because you can constantly adjust this. If I want to slow this down to even $1 a day, as long as I'm getting likes that are less than $1, it's going to trickle. Of course, it's not going to build very fast, but my point being is that you can adjust this and you can keep changing it. And so that I like that better than having a start and an end date or having a lifetime budget because it's just much more manageable. So I'm going to save this and hit continue. And a lot of times you get a message that says it's going to take at least 30 minutes for the new budget to kick in, but because I was upping the budget, I didn't get that message. It's when I'm lowering it that I get it. All right, because I want to see what these, given enough money to let this test out a little bit more, but I'm really, really liking this ad right now. So I want to take a look at my statistics and my ads report. And this is really important that when you're running an ad that you look at your report, because that's where all the information is. So we'll click View Report, and it's going to give me the whole ad set. Now, what I'm going to do after this is I'm going to go one by one, but I just want to get an overview first of what's going on with this ad. Now, it's giving me, here, let me extend this out. Let's see if it'll let me, yeah. Oh, no, it's just, well, that's okay. I'll just shift this over so we can see the whole report. Okay, now I'm going to make this a little bit bigger so we can see the placement. I set this one up both desktop and mobile, and you can test that. I find that mobile is usually the best, but I still like to test it. Sometimes I test right-hand ads, but like campaigns really aren't what you want in the right-hand column. That's more for product services type thing. People really don't respond to like ads in the right-hand column. Okay, so we got all kinds of columns here that we don't need. So the first thing to do is get rid of all the clutter. So you've got a customize columns button up here. I'm going to get rid of impressions, actions, people taking action, cost per thousand, and unique clicks. I just want some general information. I don't necessarily need unique. That means, say if somebody went into the ad twice, so it's going to be, and click twice, it's going to be one unique click, but 2 clicks. But I'm going to get rid of all the unique ones for right now. And then I'm going to add the relevant score just in case it's available. Sometimes it is, sometimes it's not. And of course, we're going for page likes. So I want page likes and curiosities to start off with. I'll see if there's any kind of post engagement going on. Okay, click apply. All right, much cleaner. We don't have any post engagement going on, but it's early. The 4 page likes. And now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to click the clicks header because I want it to sort by clicks. So in this case, there's only one row that has any clicks because, like I said, I just started this last night and this is pretty early the next morning. But if you had all kinds of them, it would sort it by the highest here. And if you click it again, it'll reverse it and put the lowest on top. But that's what I want. I want the highest on top. And this is just tremendous click-through rate. Now, if you look at this one, this is a composite for all of them. But this particular ad is getting almost a 13% click-through rate, which is completely awesome. Because if you're getting in 4, 5, 6% click-through rate, that's good. And I would just keep tweaking it. So I'm pretty excited about this one being so good right now. And the cost per click is only 40 cents. That's also very good. A lot of like ads are going up in the higher, like 80 cents. And I heard somebody complaining that, theirs were over $1 most of the time, which again, and that's another whole training, return on investment. If what you're doing is you're gaining $5 for every time there's a click. Of course, this is a likes ad, so it's not, but you have to look at your return on investment. And if this if it was $1.50, but you were getting even $2 off that person, then $1.50 click isn't bad. It's a return on investment. Of course, you'd want to tweak it so that you got a little bit better return on investment, but got to keep that in mind. But for a likes ad, getting it down this low, that's great. Like I said, my other one, I was down to 20 cents, but that's a niche market, and I didn't really even have to tweak a whole lot to get that because I hit the niche market just right the first time around, which is awesome. Again, I love Facebook ads, so I find it to be a lot of fun. Okay, so now we've got our reach. Let's sort it by reach just to see what happens there. And you'll see, look at this. Almost all of it out of 42, all but 1 is mobile. So obviously mobile is the best here. But again, it's been overnight. So people who are on their desktop probably weren't on it because desktop people would tend to be more during the day. Mobile people are 24 hours a day. So I'm still going to leave this running. Like I said, I upped the money on it a little bit. I want to really test it today and really key in on what I'm doing. So, okay, that's by placement. It defaults to placement when you first opened up your report. But now what I want to do is I want to see how my age and gender are doing. So we're going to go up here to the breakdown by placement and change it to age and gender. Okay, now this gives me a lot more information. I've got it set up both male and female between 35 and 65 plus. Now I could have started with like 25, but I just know my audience tends to be a little bit older. I'm a little bit older, so uh, I just seem to appeal more to uh, the older crowd, 35 and older. Although it's a good thing to just not assume that that's always the case, depending on what you're promoting. And you can start off with a larger range uh, and then just tweak it as you go. Now in these two categories, this 35 to 44, my click-through rate is 20 and 25 and higher with males, which surprises me because I usually go better with females, but uh, my my cost per click is even lower with the males, but this is pretty close. So statistically, I'm not sure. And again, we're working with small numbers, so that makes big differences in these numbers. So we're going to keep letting this run. Now, where are my um, cost per click? It's really not hit any other groups. Like I said, I've only had 4 clicks. But this is just to show you what I look at. Now, I keep getting taught to um, make a different ad for each age range. And as you see, the age ranges they start with the 5 and end with the 4. So it's 25 to 34, 35 to, excuse me, 44, 45 to 54, and 55 to 64, and then there's 65 plus. So when you select your age on your ad, always start with a 5 and end with a 4 because that'll make this report more statistically accurate because you're getting that full range because that's how it's going to show it to you. Okay, where do we want to go from here? Okay, so the 35 to 44, I just make a note of that. I mean, you can do a screen print or whatever you want to do to keep track of your statistics, but you got to keep track of what's going on. And so I'm just going to let that go for now. And I think that's all I really need to look at. We can go back to, if I want to do a specific ad, let's see how that is. Let's go to the ad name is, let's see if I can remember off the, oh, wait a minute, is it, oh, wait a minute, here, the ad name's here. Oh, that's right, good, good, good. All right, yeah, that's right, it's the woman thinking. So we're gonna change this report filter to woman thinking. Add filter. Okay, now let's close this down a little bit so we can see the whole thing again. That's all woman thinking, so we know what that is. And let's see, can we close some of these down? I'm trying to get everything on the screen so you can see it all. Now this is strange. Where'd my clicks go? I thought my clicks were on woman thinking. But it must not have been on woman thinking. Well, it was according to that's strange. I'm not sure what happened here. Let's go, see if no, I can't do a back on this. Okay, add set name. Oh, it switched to the Lala. Sorry, I like calling it the Lala. The lookalike audience. Um, so let's try this again. I don't want that ad set. I want the other one. Okay, I know a different way. I'm gonna I'm gonna go back to I'm gonna close this. Yeah, I'm gonna leave this page, go back to my ad summary, and I'm gonna click on this ad. That's gonna be an easier way instead of trying to figure out the filter. Okay, now let's view report. Okay, much better, but now I have to redo my columns. If anybody knows how to change the defaults, I would love to know how to do it. I keep forgetting to look into it because it's like I would like it to just come up the way I like to view my report, um, but and there's no post engagement, so I won't bother putting that on there. Okay, now here we go. Let's sort it by clicks so we get the most clicks at the top, which also brought our reach almost sorted the same. And we're back to the 12.9%. And of course that's on mobile. Let me sort by reach. And again, it shows reach is all mobile except for one. And let's see, how's our cost per click doing? Oh, there's only one and it's 40. Okay, so we don't need to sort by that because I would sort by just to kind of get a really good feel for it. You can sort by any of these columns. I'll sort by the click-through rate and the cost per click if I have a lot of information. But obviously, this one is there's only one line with significant stats in it. And you can see it's spending money over here, which is kind of weird since you know cost per click is going to be at least 40 cents. How do they manage to spend 14 cents or 9 cents or 4 cents? I think it's just because the ad is so new. Sometimes it is just um, uh, you got to let it run a while. So I am kind of jumping the gun, but I wanted to just get an initial feel for what it's doing. And I certainly wanted to turn off that one that was $1.61. Although you can let it run and see if maybe that's going to clear up a little bit and come down. But it was almost twice the cost of this one. So I really did. I figured I'd play with what I have here. Um, okay, and we know it's the woman thinking one. All right, I don't want to shut the other ones off yet. I want to see where we're going to go. All right, let's switch it over to age and gender. And what do we have here? Okay, yeah, essentially we're going to see the same thing because that's the only thing that has seen any action so far. Uh, it's the same stats as as we were looking at with the whole group. Again, you would do this uh, when you have a lot more going on and you need to see specifically how the one ad is doing. And but this one is, since it's the only ad that's really accomplishing anything, uh, the stats are pretty much the same as what we were looking at. Now, reach, frequency. Frequency is how often somebody looks at it. How somebody looks at it 1.02 times, I'm not sure. Or no, it's I think how many, let's see, let me just read this. The average number of times your ad was served to each person. Okay, so they're coming up with an average somehow. But again, the statistics on this are not really, really great because it's hasn't even run for a full 24 hours. All right, well, instead of me just babbling on and on here, I think you've got the general idea of what I was looking for this morning. I've upped my dollar amount on my ad because I wanted to uh, really test it today and tweak it. And but if you don't have $10 a day to do it, $5 a day, whatever you need to get it going and uh, get your results going, and uh, get some activity. So that's it for this training, and I'll just keep you posted on what's going on with the ads, and show you how this develops. Talk to you soon.